fine. What about where are the objects? Even though this one's free though, and they're both difficulty 3, but I feel like I need to go with this one just because it's harder. Nope. Maybe a few times there were other sister. Oh, that's true. Even though they're twins, I assume they have different immunities. Yeah, this game, what's with the music, Hark? Wrong music. Hark solved in like 3 seconds, but I hope, no, both of you are on your own. But I've been watching since 2013. Well, the other one beside you doesn't have a gun, but I'd say keep your distance anyway in case she tries grabbing it. And, you know, I think of the times you talk to Emily. They said they tell each other everything, so it's kind of hard to figure out. Maybe a few of the other times were her sister. Yeah, that one is Emily, it seems. Nope, her sister has another card. I wonder if the voice starter gets double pay for technically being 2 characters. Probably not that cool. I thought you solved it. Haha. No, I didn't solve it. I was like, I have no idea. But I think the immunity, the one with the gun, well, that's the thing. The one with the gun hit an immunity, but I mean, that's assuming that they have the same immunities. So I don't know if that necessarily proves that the person in front of me is Emily. I'm gonna ask about the objects. Although, it makes it more challenging if they actually randomize the position every time you played this, so people can't cheat off of other playthroughs. Look at the characters again. I don't see anything. They both look very similar. One of them has let's see. Whatever it is, I'm missing it. I'm not noticing it. So I'm just gonna have to keep asking questions.
We found ourselves in Mortimer's secret gallery. What did we find in that room?
A load of old junk that Mortimer had collected. A so-called Pandora's box in the form of an urn. An old sheepskin that he must take for the golden fleece. The Bible of Judas. Property deeds as old as the hills. And a broken old sword. You are wasting your time, Louis. She already knows all that. Of course I do. I was there. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade.
Emily Hillsborough is an English Duchess, very discreet about her origins. Emily only came onto the political scene after her wedding. That some qualified as marriage of interest to an old English aristocrat in the decline. Libertarian, modern, but discreet, she's taken it upon herself to establish close ties with her peers. In a few years, she's become the favorite diplomat of the Queen, which is what probably prompted her Prime Minister, William Pitt, to take her as private secretary. That's provoking much jealousy. As a regular visitor, Emily accepted Sir Gregory Holmes's invitation to come to Lord Mortimer's island because, for nothing in the world, she would miss one of these famed receptions. Living in the shadow of her sister, Emma shares the same identity in her eyes of the world. The two sisters linked their destiny in the most intimate way possible. Workplace boyfriends, lovers, the two sisters shared everything together. This double identity was much appreciated by Charlotte de Mecklenburg-Strelitz, the present Queen of England, when she asked the two sisters to serve the crown. But with time, Emma had increasingly greater difficulty with her role as a double. It is thus tired of her role that Emma travels to the Mortimer matter as diplomatic representative of England. Top right character? I'm not sure what you mean by the top right character. None of these were discovered.
Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
let's
us.
talk about our lack of intimacy. Look at the top. Yeah, you never slept together, so this is kind of weird to bring up. Well, on a good note, if you don't choose correctly, it would be the same. Ask the twin behind. She's the one challenging. She was the one who brought it up. So the one in front was the one who brought up let's talk about us. She was the one who brought it up, so I'm gonna ask the twin behind. Last night, what happened? Were you expecting me? What did we talk about last night? What did we do last night? Last night, what were you expecting of me?
Last night, when you came to my room, what exactly did you expect?
Manipulation. Wait.
That, sir, is something you would have found out if you had let me stay.
Oh.
But as you didn't even have a little place in your big cold bed for me, the question will remain unanswered, regretfully. What? You do remember that you were quite a cad.
Look, I apologize, but now at least I know who you are.
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
I do. You do? So I can't... I feel that manipulation wasn't one of Emily's immunities. Right? Right? Well, oh, that's cool. Thanks for all the... That's cool. Well, on a good note, if you don't choose correctly, it would be the same. Oh, that's cool. Thanks for all the amazing LPs over the years. You're welcome, Spyro. Emily is opposite of you. Emily is behind you. So, wait, does that mean that Emily is opposite of me? Because I'm like, manipulation. Manipulation isn't one of Emily's vulnerabilities. Like, I don't think manipulation is one of Emily's vulnerabilities. So, does that mean Emily is actually across from me and this one is Emma? Because when I was questioning the one in front of me, I hit one of the immunities that I think I already knew about Emily's immunities. And when I talked to this person, like with manipulation, I ended up hitting a different immunity, which I think is Emma. Right? So I feel like this one's Emma. Because this one, I hit an immunity, which I know is Emily's immunity, and this one I hit an immunity that was different from the other immunities that I know from Emily, unless Emily has yet another immunity. So I think Emily is opposite of me. I might be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm just gonna have to accept the consequences because, yeah, I mean, she didn't know because we never slept together, right? She didn't know because we never... This is so confusing. So, I'm just gonna make a choice, guys. Manipulation is not one of her immunities, I thought. Right? I can't check anymore. I think it's the opposite and Emma is behind you, but I'm not sure. I think it's opposite and Emma is behind you, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think Emily is opposite of me. I'm choosing it.
Emily.
No, Louis! She is manipulating you!
No, Emma. It's her. I know it. Despite all the trouble you've gone to put one over on me, I know it is her.
That's enough now, Emma. You little slut! Don't think you are going to get away with this so easily. You are going to stop your little game right now. Never! I am Duchess Hills. No!
Emily?
I am the Duchess.
But...
You don't. Dear God, what have I done? See what you've done. See?
Let me see what just happened. Manipulation. There we go. See, right there. I figured it out. Manipulation. It's the immunity. It's in the immunities. I was like, manipulation. That wasn't one of Emily's. Emily's was questioning and logic. I was like, it wasn't a manipulation. And I was like, I don't think there was another vulnerability. It was psychology was her vulnerability, and she was immune to questioning logic. But with Emma, like, it was like, wait, that manipulation, like, that's brand new. So yeah, I was like, yeah, that's totally what happened. Okay, I got it right. check this. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Either way, I don't think the game tells you if you made the right choice or not. Maybe it yeah, well, no, here it told me. It told me what their choice is. Um, Maybe it tells you if you choose correctly. Wow, gunshot and no hand. Your mom's sure a trooper. I knew you'd get it, Hark. It seems like a game flaw, but I suppose they didn't catch, couldn't do anything about. It might be too glitchy if they locked you from checking. Yeah. Yeah. Profiler. The use of questioning skills costs 1 effort points less. You think you identified the true Emily Hillsborough. No, I know I did. It confirms it here. It confirms it here. Emma is immune to manipulation. I just confirmed it. Don't put one over on me, game. It's right there. The proof is right there in the pudding. I mean, like at the end when it summarized all your choices. Emma gets shot in the head, but there was no gunshot on her corpse, and then they panned out on her body.
Louis?
Mother!
What on earth is...
Go away. You must go. Everyone is going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess, is everything all right?
Come on, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I am coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her. Please. Go. I'll cover you.
Okay.
What are you doing there? Stop!
God damn it. Now what's going on?
Alright. Meet your mother in the garden crypt. I need some royal jelly. Because... Ooh, that was really peculiar. How'd that all work? Oh! What? Wait. Can I really not... What? Why can I not interact with Volner? What? Seriously, game. Are you really just letting me run into this and not being able to do anything? Louis like, whatever. Blah, blah. I'm just apparently I'm just walking by and not caring that this guy's passed out. Okay. I think your mom knocked him out. Okay.
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
Well, hopefully bandages and whatever she had was sterile enough. Yeah. Wait, if Volner passed out on the deck, I don't...
Good God. They're all here. They must have
Goodness.
heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Hey.
Did you hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
My instructions are clear, sir. No one is to enter.
Alright, we're meeting our mom in the garden crypt, apparently. Hello.
What can I do for you, sir?
Did you see my mom walk
I
by?
am at your service, day and night,
Yes,
sir.
I know you are.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
Would you have a golden elixir?
You wouldn't have a little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give any of that medicine to any of Lord Mortimer's guests. Some guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for sir.
Yeah, not for a golden elixir. Not worth it. Not worth for the golden elixir that I am running into all over the place. think there was a golden elixir in this room, actually. If I remember correctly. Yes, no. No, that was a devil's thorn. Ooh, royal jelly that I missed.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of water.
Get to that later.
There's the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
I have to remember where the air one was. Oh, wait.
There's the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
Nice. Carmelite water. And royal jelly. Good. And mysterious notes. Mysterious notes? I don't see mysterious notes anywhere. Where's the mysterious notes? Did I miss that? Mysterious notes. Alright, well, never mind then. Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried. I'm going to pick up Golden Elixir eventually. There's so many of them that are strewn around the house. I'm gonna find one. I still have 4, so I'm not really worried about it at all.
Louis! At last, there you are.
Yes, hello, Mother.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational.
Just try me, Mother.
I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely
Okay, Mom,
true.
spit it out.
Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
Okay.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
Okay. Keep talking.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying.
Louis, you have visions.
What next?
You have
an ancient monster with a head like an octopus?
Louis, no, wait, Louis, hold on. You have visions. You have supernatural visions. You have your That's So Louis moments constantly, and I feel like demons isn't that huge of a jump. Not that huge, in my opinion.
What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit.
Okay.
And 2 of them are present on this island.
Okay, I believe what she
right.
says.
So let me guess.
Mortimer and Home, Washington Bonaparte, the Boogeyman and Father Christmas, Volner and Godoy. Excuse me. You think Volner and Home?
Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Holm had sent Volner to get it for him.
Holm and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those two.
Okay.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
Probably. Property deeds, his secret study, the conference, the fact that no one knows him, that's all. His secret study.
I went beyond the nightmare, Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come.
So Mortimer is a demon.
But tell me, did you find his secret study?
That's what I just said.
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
Yes.
He has contacts the world over.
Yes. I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
The fact that nobody knows him.
I must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Holm are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Property deeds?
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
That's true.
I found your notes, written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? No, I didn't. Why?
Good. We'll deal with it later.
Yeah, that's how he gathered so many relics and books, because he was there, apparently.
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
That's true.
And
I never thought of
any
that.
Security or personnel?
I never thought of that. All right, I think that's all.
Louis, I am proud of you.
Well, thank you. You should
came
have told me this
all
sooner.
Way. You found me. You have surpassed
You need to trust me more, Mother.
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw
The demon?
him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him, or rather he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
Von Burchard, Mortimer, Holm. I don't think Holm was particularly charismatic. Mortimer or Von Burchard. Von Borchert?
Wait a minute. Who are you talking about? Von Borchert?
No, Mortimer, of course.
Okay.
He was a veritable mine of knowledge.
Okay, he was my
I
second
showed him
choice.
the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
All right,
He
continue.
helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
And you refused, of course.
Why, naturally, Louis. You don't make deals with the devil.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
I really wish that this game had a better soundtrack, because all of this music, like the music right now is so lighthearted compared to what is going on in this scene. It just doesn't fit, and that's happened multiple times in this game. So that is one big gripe that I have that's really annoying. Is just like, this music is not fitting what's happening in the scene at all.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchert's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island.
All right, well, why didn't you say so?
All right, can we move on?
Yes.
Wait a minute, one last thing.
What is it, Louis? What happened with Elizabeth? What happened with Emma? Did you negotiate the Al-Azif with Volner? Why the cannons for Von Parte? Others. I found your letter on the wharf. Piaggi's letter. Your hand. What happened to your hand?
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
Samuel Ritter du Choix, you wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel. But frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Nope. Tell me everything.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
No.
I'm
I'm
listening.
sweet talking you.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now?
Good, thank you for
we
telling me.
had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it.